Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, not a lot of people are gonna like this video because I'm not gonna talk about anything positive in this video. But as an investor, you have to hear this. You have to listen to this, and you have to mentally prepare for this because high tide stock could crash. And it could go down lower. We could see this thing go down to 70 cents or even lower. Maybe even 65 cents. Maybe possibly 60 cents. This is a warning for you to be careful because what I see right now is high tide in the short term heading down lower. Most people are like, la la la, I don't want to hear it. It's going higher. I don't care what you say. You are stupid. Fine. And I'm still a shareholder in this company. And if this thing drops, I will be buying more. That is my plan moving forward. But hey, you know what? I hope I'm wrong. I hope this thing goes up. I hope everybody makes money. Because nobody likes to see red in their account. And I think red days are coming for high tide. I could totally be wrong. And I still have shares in this company. And, I'm willing to lose the profits on it. That's fine with me. But just letting you know that get ready for lower prices coming here very, very soon. And I will explain why in this video. So let's just look at the chart of high tide right now. It is sitting on the Bollinger Band, which is acts as a very good support. But I think it will break that. And it would head lower to maybe about 65 cents or maybe even lower, maybe back to 60 cents. Get ready for that mentally because that's what that might happen. There's a possibility I'm completely wrong. I'm an idiot and none of this will happen and I freak you out for nothing. But get mentally prepared for that. Just think that might happen, but you don't care because you are in this for the long term or whatever. But I think that's what's going to happen in the short term. So, just letting you know. There's even a possibility that high tide could go back to 50 cents too. That would be an incredible deal if that was the scenario. But it might not be the scenario. I don't know at the end of the day, but I will buy more as the stock price goes down and down and down. Because I really believe in this company for the long term. So we'll see what happens. Maybe there will be some kind of news that will change that. But in the short term, it's going to go down lower. So Aurora is, look at Aurora, right? Okay, you could say Aurora is a turd. I don't care if you call Aurora a turd. Because the old management screwed up really bad. So, it is what it is. Aurora still has attractive assets. They did burn a lot of shareholders' money. But, and I feel like Aurora has such an unfair advantage compared to high tide. Aurora has over $500 million on their balance sheet. That is basically high tide's entire market cap. Where did the money come from? Rich people. I don't think small retail investors be like, here's $500 million. Go burn it again. Go burn it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Yep. Retail investors are totally giving Aurora $500 million to go burn that money. No. Big rich people are doing it because I don't know why. Don't ask me why rich people are giving Aurora $500 million to do whatever they want with it. Don't ask me why. So, but high tide, what? They got a total of like $100 million, maybe, or $80 million in cash, while Aurora, probably through his entire entity of being alive, probably received over $1.5 billion of cash. Yeah. You can go back and look at all the warrants and all the stuff, all the capital raises Aurora did, and it probably added up over $1.5 billion in cash. So, yeah, Aurora's been burning $1 billion of cash in smokes up the chimney. But don't get me wrong, all the MJ companies have been burning money, so Aurora's not really at fault. The management was just too cocky. They thought they could take over the world, and they ended up burning a lot of their shareholders' money. Oh well, whatever. Canopy did the same thing. Canopy had $5 billion, and what did Canopy show for it? Nothing. Our revenue is $150 million or something like that a quarter, but then, they still lose a ton of money, $150 million, and they lost $1 billion of cash. You lose $1 billion of cash, you pay $150 million, lost $1 billion of cash, and I think on the balance sheet they have like a total of $673 million of cash, and then short term, about $1.7 billion of cash. They used to have $5 billion of cash. They have $1.7 billion of cash right now. So did they burn shareholders' money too? Absolutely. They burned Constellation Brands' money like no tomorrow. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm hoping the rich people come to High Tide and pump up High Tide stock. I mean, I would rather for it to crash. Absolutely, I would rather have it crash so I can buy it for cheap. Because I feel like Raj Grove doesn't need that money. He doesn't need $500 million to beat Aurora at his own revenue game and gross profit. That's what I think. I mean, I don't think he needs that, but So, if they keep executing, if High Tide keeps executing and showing investors that they are succeeding in their business strategy, I think big money will pump High Tide stock in the future. And I think High Tide will go higher. I think High Tide deserves to be a $3-4 stock in Canadian. But the thing is, that might not happen. But if Roger Grove shows big money that he can execute and he can flip a really good profit, I think eventually big money will pump High Tide to $2 billion. But only time will tell. Aphria, they had problems at one point. They were attacked by Hindenburg. So, and then they were one of the most hated companies on the market. But then Ivan Simmons changed it. He changed it. So could Aurora manage, the new Aurora CEO change the image of Aurora? Absolutely. It's going to take time. But there is a possibility he can change around investor sentiment in the future if he execute and flip a profit in the company. Hexo. I think Hexo is a hated company. I could be wrong. But Hexo also burned and made a lot of mistakes along the way. Compared to High Tide. So, Tilray. Yeah, I think Tilray made a lot of mistakes. But, all the MJ companies made a lot of mistakes. High Tide, not really. He used what he had. And he made a very good, profitable company, which is pretty amazing. He was living off scrap change from rich people, and he made a High Tide into an incredibly incredible company, in my opinion, with the amount of money he received from shareholders. So, Roger Grove did a really good job with High Tide, in my opinion. No mistakes so far. But rich people don't want to pump the stock, and it is what it is. So yeah. Anyways, but like I said, if we look at the chart of Canopy, Aurora, they're all doing the same thing. They're all downtrending, right? So I think that this is not over. I think that these stocks will continue to go down. And I feel like the bottom is not in yet, but eventually it will be in, and these stocks will go back up again. And so will High Tide. So will High Tide. Africa's chart actually looks really good, but it did break the Bollinger Band. So, and you know, but Africa so far looks the least bearish. Tilray looks really bearish. Well, Tilray is okay. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, it looks bearish. So yeah, all the MJ companies looks bearish, and I feel like it's going to continue to keep going down. That's my opinion. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this makes sense. I hope you just didn't hear me ramble on too long. But this is just like all my thoughts. So could be wrong. Use it if you want. But this is just my thoughts with what is going on in the MJ industry. But I really like High Tide as a company. I feel like they're a good long-term winner. But short-term, I think that the stock price could go down further. That's my opinion. I could totally be wrong. Anyways, that's all I have in my video. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.